the fourth of the 7 Sunhawk myths. When Sunhawk saw the little elkhorn boat go floating off without him, he was so scared. He tried to command a boat for himself, but part of his punishment had been to lose all of his powers. He flew down into Coyote's underground roundhouse, but the water came pouring in. He had to fly out the smoke hole and sit on the ridgepole, but the water just kept rising. He flew to the top of a tall redwood tree, and there he was safe for a while. But when the water rose over the tree, Sunhawk flew to the top of Mount Canocti, and when even the mountain was covered, Sunhawk spread his wings and started to fly. He flew for 4 days and 4 nights, and in all that time found nothing dry. So he flew for another 4 days and 4 nights. At the end of the 8th night, he was so exhausted. "I guess my punishment is just going to kill me." And he started to fall down towards the water, but there was something on top of the water. He flew over to it, landed on it, but it sunk underneath him. But then it rose again to the top of the water, and again he flew over to it and landed. But again it sunk underneath him. And then for a 3rd time it rose, for a 3rd time he landed, for a 3rd time it sunk. "Great Father, if you don't help me, I'm going to die." For the 4th time, the object rose up to the top of the water, and with the last strength in his wings, Sunhawk flapped over, landed on it, and this time it held. But a great voice said, "Who are you?" "I'm Sunhawk. I've been flying for 8 days and 8 nights. "Oh, Sunhawk, why aren't you in the elkhorn boat with Coyote?" "Sunhawk, have you been wicked?" Sunhawk didn't say anything. "Rest, Sunhawk. I will try to think of a way to save us." It was Tukanu, the water god, a giant otter. Sunhawk, on Tukanu's back, tucked his head under his wing. Oh, it felt so good to be able to sleep. After a time, Tukanu said, "Now fly, Sunhawk. I must rest before I do my great work." Sunhawk felt so much better after his sleep that he went flying up into the air, but whoa! The water was closer to the glass sky bowl than he realized. The Pomo people thought a big glass bowl fit over the earth to make a sky, and Sunhawk bumped his head on the glass sky bowl. So then he just skimmed back and forth across the top of the water while Tukanu rested. And when he had rested enough, Tukanu dove deep, deep down into the water, down to where the earth was, down to where the forests grow. And with his great strength, he ripped trees up by their roots and then let them float up to the top of the water. Sunhawk saw the trees bobbing up to the top of the water. He said to himself, "I wonder if any of my powers have returned." "Trees, form yourself into a floating log house." And the trees did. Maybe Sunhawk's punishment was almost over. And that's the end of the 4th Sunhawk story.